What was one thing you thought was true that turned out to be false?
My parents' loving marriage was not as it seemed. Growing up, I always thought my parents had the perfect marriage. They did things together all the time, from cooking, cleaning the home, or taking care of us and disciplining us. They took turns bringing me to school and going to my school events, if they couldn't do it together. They were always a team and enjoyed being so. I always thought I was lucky to be in such a loving family. I saw my friends' parents in their homes, and from what I observed, only one of the parents, usually the moms, kept the house in order. The other parent would just sit back, relax and watch TV or play games, or just not be physically present at home. Some I noticed would even speak to each other with what I could only describe as contempt. That or they were outrightly insulting each other, even in front of the kids. I told my parents that if I ever got married, I wanted what they got. They reacted just as one would expect, with a grateful ah. And that was it. Fast forward to when I was 24 and I invited my parents to dinner to meet my girlfriend. My parents were excited to finally meet the girl I told them I was serious about. Dinner went well. They adored my girlfriend, and she appeared to be just as smitten with them. It wasn't when my girlfriend and I were alone that she innocently dropped a bombshell on me. She told me that it was a good thing to see that my parents stayed together for so long. I asked her what she meant. Of course they stayed together. They were in love with each other. My girlfriend appeared perplexed, and I truly believed that she thought I didn't know. And I really didn't know what she was talking about. She wanted to drop the topic, but I was already too curious to forget it. Apparently, she thought that my dad was gay, and my mom appeared not only to know it, but encouraged it as well. I laughed at that, asking her what led her to that conclusion. She said she just noticed how they act. She conceded that she might be mistaken, though. I told her that she was indeed mistaken, as my parents were the most loving couple I knew. However, that thought stayed with me since. It was the most ridiculous thing I heard. But I couldn't shake it off my mind. And the more I thought about it, the more it confused me. I recalled the moments I was with my parents. I never once saw them kiss on the lips. They embraced but never cuddled. They slept in one bed, as far as I knew. They also appeared to share some secrets with each other, often whispering and gesturing. But wasn't that normal with married couples in front of their kids? My dad appeared masculine in the general sense, acted as one too when we were outside the house. At home, though, he was more relaxed and even behaved almost the same as my mom. I thought it was because they just both jibed with each other. I didn't know why the answer was important, but I just had to know. I asked to meet them at home one evening. I didn't know why I was so nervous. I didn't need an excuse to see them, but I still took out food so we could share dinner while I asked them questions. I opened the conversation with, "My girlfriend had this ridiculous impression that you two were divorced or something." She didn't, but I couldn't start with asking my dad if he was gay right away. I guess my parents, being perceptive, already had an idea of what I really wanted to ask. They told me that they had no reason to divorce as they were best friends. That, I believed, was not a lie. It was clear that they were the best of friends. Then my dad followed it up with, "You're old enough to know." As it turned out, my dad was gay, while my mom was asexual. They had me when they were both in their denial and experimental stage. But living in a conservative state with judgmental and unforgiving families, they decided to make it work. They would have been shunned if they admitted their true sexuality. They would have lost everything and must start from scratch in another state. They could have done that but didn't, because the truth was they enjoyed raising a family with each other. They were truly best friends and had no desire to get married to other people anymore. They were basically living as roommates, and they loved it. My dad had a few boyfriends during their marriage, the uncles I met, but no one was willing to accept their arrangement full time. My mom was the only person who truly understood him, and vice versa. They were now comfortable telling me this because they knew they raised a smart and sympathetic person together. And they did. I understood why they decided to do that. I understood and accepted them completely. I was just sorry they couldn't be open to me from the start. But then again, I was a kid. I could have blurted out the secret to other people without meaning to do it. So in the end, nothing really changed. They were still the loving parents that I knew. I was just now in on the secret, and I'm thankful that they could finally trust me with it.
If you liked the story, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video and subscribe for more. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you very much.